Hello YouTube. If you're watching this video, you probably just purchased one of these brand new Chamberlain belt drive LED smart garage openers. And they are nice. Let me tell you, I just installed this guy. And before I go through the problem that we're going to address here today, let me tell you, these things are nice. They've got a lot of features. Different models have different features. This one is just a single light with a battery backup and a wall motion sensor on the wall. Although the wall control that I got doesn't have the motion sensor yet. Chamberlain said they didn't have the parts available, so they have a little website where you go on and put your name and address in, and they will send you the motion detector version once it's available. So they send you this to install in its place, and it at least works. It runs the garage door up and down and turns the light on and off. So limited functionality, but they will send the motion detecting one out when it's available. Okay, so lots of nice features here. You got the My Queue, closed from anywhere, open for anyone, get alerts. That app is very nice, very easy to install, easy to invite family members to share and use on their phone, which is good because, and this leads me into the problem on this particular unit. The two remotes that come with this do not work beyond about 6 inches. And let me get around to the, there's the unit installed in all its glory. It is quiet, man. It is really quiet. I'm going to get back over here and run it for you. Very, very quiet unit. Most of that racket is my garage door hinges, because my garage door is 27 years old now. So it's, you know, the hinges are kind of creaky. I have oiled them recently, but still, no amount of oil can make up for 27 years. But the unit itself is whisper quiet. It really is very nice. So the problem with these remotes, they work when you're about 6 inches to a foot away. When you get beyond that, all of a sudden, they don't work. And when you get outside the garage and the door's closed, they definitely don't work, which is when you need them to work. When you're coming home and you want to open your garage door, that's when they need to work, and they don't. The range is very limited. When you get on the phone with Chamberlain, they will take you through the paces, man. You'll be on the phone with them for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and they will take you through everything, trying to isolate what could be shortening the range of the remotes. They'll check your remotes, they'll check your unit, they'll check the product codes, they'll check the serial numbers, they'll check the manufacturing dates. They'll have you take the wall unit off the wall and disconnect the wires for 10 seconds and then reconnect them and try it again. They'll have you take each sensor out of the loop, connect the sensors together, and then connect them directly to the unit. That's something they call the short wire test. They may have you run an extension cord into the house, plug the unit into an extension cord, and then plug that extension cord in somewhere inside your home. Turn power off to your garage and make sure there's no electronic appliances of any kind running in the garage with the exception of the opener. All of those things will fail, and they'll be left scratching their heads saying, well, we've never seen anything like this before. Well, they have, and they're going to see it more and more with these new units, and we'll talk about why in a second here. But all of these things fail because what they're trying to do is isolate where the electromagnetic interference that's affecting the range of the remotes is coming from. And the reason that all of these tests fail is because the electromagnetic interference is actually coming from what's on the screen right now. This LED light that is part of this unit. So the antenna on this unit runs right around here, right around this edge. Here it is right now, and we'll talk about why it is where it is in a second. But this is where it runs, inside this unit, right over this LED light and on this gray plastic. Inside, it runs inside along a track. So, the things I tried, I looked up, I went to YouTube just like you're doing, and I found a video of a gentleman that had a unit just like mine, and he tried these ferrite beads. There's one of them right there. There's another one right here. These ferrite beads, you can get a pack of them for, I don't know, $10 on Amazon or something like that. I put them everywhere. I put them everywhere he suggested, and I put them in a few more places just to see if I could get any kind of relief and any kind of range extension on these remotes. This solution did not work for me. What ultimately worked, two solutions ultimately worked. One is disconnecting this LED light. With 4 screws, or 3 screws actually, this one, this one right here, and it looks like there should be a 4th one down here somewhere, right here, but on my unit there was not a screw there. It looks like there should be a screw, but there isn't one. So maybe your unit has a screw there, mine did not. In any case, take those 3 or 4 screws out, and this whole piece pulls up, and you'll see a couple of things. You'll see an orange and white wire. I'm not going to do it because I've finally got my unit back together and working. I don't want to mess with it. But you'll see an orange and white wire running to a connector right about over here, and it plugs into a board, and that board controls this LED. So one solution that works is to just unplug the LED. So the rest of the unit works fine, just this LED light does not come on or go off. So that works. That actually extends the range of your remotes considerably. Not perfect, but it extended out. I could get out to my driveway. My driveway is about 40 feet. I'm about 50 feet away from it right now, from the end. And I could get out about 30 feet with that solution. So that's a pretty good range extension right there, going from 6 inches to about 30 feet. However, you don't have a light. So when you come home at night, you can open your garage door, but it's going to be dark inside. And that wasn't a great solution for me. So I ended up plugging that back in. It was good just to check and make sure that that's where the EMI was coming from. It's definitely coming from this LED that's part of the unit. What I ultimately did is this wire, this antenna wire, runs inside along this track, right on this gray piece right here. It runs inside along a track, kind of right here, but inside. And one of the things you're looking to do is pull that wire out. Okay, sorry, got interrupted there. So one of the things you're looking to do is pull this wire out, pull it out of the track that it runs in, and just bring it through. There's a tiny hole already on the side of this. It actually looks like a hole that was made for this antenna. I don't know if it was or not, but I just pulled that antenna wire out ran it through this hole, and aimed it out towards the middle of my driveway. And that solved the problem. I can now use the light, I can use the opener, I can use the remotes, and the only thing that this does is the unit doesn't look quite as sleek as it did. It's got a wire sticking out the side of it. But how often do you really look at your garage door opener? You know, who really cares if there's one little yellow wire sticking out the side? If that's what makes it work, I'm good with that. So anyway, that's my solution. Hope it works for you. Leave a comment down below if whether it does or doesn't. And I'd love to hear from anybody that had a similar issue and how you solved it. If you solved it this way or if you solved it another way. Love to hear from you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. One other thing, you probably, I can't say for sure, but you probably invalidate your warranty on this unit once you take those 3 screws off and open up the back. I'm not going to tell Chamberlain that I did it, and I certainly won't be telling him you did it. So if you're in a situation where you need those remotes to work, and I'll tell you this, try this first. Don't call Chamberlain. They're honestly, they try to be helpful, but they have a routine that they have to take you through, and none of it will help. None of it will help this problem, because the electromagnetic interference that they're trying to find and isolate is actually in their unit. And that's the reason that we're having the problem that we're having with these remotes. So I have a feeling they will be hearing a lot more about this problem as these new units are rolled out more. Anyway, again, good luck.